Hello everyone. In this video we will learn to graph polynomials. Let us start with a linear polynomial. Can you tell me what is the general form of a linear polynomial? Yes, it is p of x equal to ax plus b. So if we have to draw a graph of y equal to ax plus b, then how will the graph look like? Yes, the graph will be a straight line. Let us take an example of y equal to 2x plus 5 and let us draw the graph. For this we have to first find 3 points that lie on this line y equal to 2x plus 5. Let us put x equal to 0. Then in this equation we will get y equal to 5. If we put y as equal to 0, then our x will be equal to minus 5 by 2. Generally, when we get fractions, we do not use that point. We use points that are whole numbers. But in this case, this point can be written as minus 2.5 comma 0. So let us use this point. Now, how many points are needed to draw a unique line? Yes, 2 points are sufficient to draw a unique line. Now here, with these 2 points, we can draw this graph y equal to 2x plus 5. But it is always a good idea to find 3 points, because if the points do not lie on the same line, then we will know that we have made an error while finding the points, which can be corrected. So now let us put x equal to minus 1. Then our y will be equal to 2 into minus 1 plus 5, which will be equal to 3. So now let us plot these 3 points on the graph. Now x equal to 0, y equal to 5 will represent this point. X equal to minus 2.5, y equal to 0 will represent this point. X equal to minus 1, y equal to 3 is this point. Now let us join the points by a straight line. This line is y equal to 2x plus 5. Now we also know that this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. The straight line intersects the x-axis at this point. Now let us write the coordinates of the point. Yes, the coordinates of the point is minus 5 by 2 comma 0, or we can write it as minus 2.5 comma 0. Now we have understood this. Let us just take the equation y equal to 2x plus 5. For a linear equation, how many zeros are there? Yes, it exactly has 1 0. And if we have to find the 0 of the polynomial, then we are going to put y equal to 0. So 0 equal to 2x plus 5. And solving, we get x equal to minus 5 by 2. 0 of the linear polynomial can be found by using minus b by a, which is equal to minus 5 by 2. We can use either of these methods and find the 0 of the polynomial. But when we graph the polynomial, we can see that this line will intersect the x-axis at this point, and the x coordinate of the point, that is minus 5 by 2, is the 0 of the polynomial. So hence we can conclude that for a linear polynomial there is exactly 1 0, and that is the x coordinate of the point where the graph y equal to ax plus b intersects the x-axis. Let us now understand the graph of a quadratic polynomial. The general form of the quadratic polynomial will be given by p of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Now if we want to graph the polynomial y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, then what will the graph look like? For this quadratic polynomial, the graph will look like a parabola. The parabola will either be open downwards like this, or it will be open upwards like this. That will depend on the value of a. If the value of a is less than 0, then the graph will open downwards. If the value of a is greater than 0, then the graph will open upwards like this. Let us now graph the quadratic polynomial y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Then we will get three kinds of three cases. We get three cases. The first case is that the graph cuts the x-axis at two distinct points, a and a dash. In this graph also it cuts at a and a dash. So the x coordinates of the points a and a dash are the two zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Then another case is that the graph will cut the x-axis at only one point, which is a. This happens when the 2 points A and A dash at one coincide at one point A. Now in this case also the x coordinate of A is the 0 of the polynomial, but this will have only one 0. Now let us look at the third scenario where the parabola is either above or below the x-axis. It does not cut the x-axis at all. So that means such a polynomial is said to have no zero. So for a quadratic polynomial, we can say that it either has two distinct zeros, or it can have one zero, or it can have no zero. So from this we conclude that a quadratic polynomial can have at most two zeros. Let us now graph the quadratic polynomial y equal to x square minus 1. For this, we put x as equal to 0 in this equation. So y will become equal to 0 minus 1, that is minus 1. Again, if we put x as equal to 1, then y will be equal to 1 square minus 1, which is equal to 0. If we put x as equal to minus 1, y equal to minus 1 the whole square minus 1, which is also equal to 0. X is equal to 2, y equal to 2 square minus 1, which is 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. If we put x as equal to minus 2, then y will be equal to minus 2 the whole square minus 1, which is again 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. Let us now plot the graph. Let us plot the point 0, minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 2, 3, and minus 2, 3. Let us join them with a smooth curve. So we can see here that the graph meets the x coordinate x axis at 2 points minus 1 0 and this point 1 0. So we can say that minus 1 and 1 are the zeros of y equal to x square minus 1. Now let us take this equation y equal to x square minus 1. For this quadratic polynomial, let us find the zeros. So now for this, we add 0 equal to x square minus 1. That means x plus 1 into x minus 1 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 1. So if we solve this equation, solve this quadratic polynomial, also we will get minus 1 and 1 as the zeros. And if you graph the polynomial, then wherever the graph meets the x-axis, though the x coordinates of those points, that is minus 1 and 1, are the zeros of the polynomial. Hope you have understood the graph of quadratic and linear polynomial. Thanks for watching.